I feel zero remorse for Brittney Griner. And why should I? Let's go back on how this person reacted to the United States. She hates this country, despises it, hates the flag, hates the national anthem, hates every aspect about it, except when she's getting a small paycheck from the WNBA, or when she's not beating the crap out of her wife, ex-wife, allegedly, of course. She hates this country. So what does she do? Well, this goes into why I have zero remorse for this moron. She takes hash oil from the United States. That's legal, by the way, in maybe whatever locale she's in. Goes to Russia. Let's think about this for a second. 1, Russia is in a war with the Ukraine right now. 2, the United States is arming Ukraine with said tons and tons and billions of dollars of military hardware. So why would Russia have any remorse or any sort of slack to give to this WNBA player, Brittney Griner, who, by the way, hates the United States? You wouldn't. She knew. You'd have to think that she's smart enough to realize that if she goes over there with said drugs, which is, by the way, illegal in Russia completely, why would the Russians kind of go, don't worry about it, just go back to the United States? No, they're going to use this for propaganda. She's an idiot. She's a freaking moron for going over there with drugs and then trying to come back with them. What the hell is she thinking? So why should I feel remorse for somebody that, by the way, would never feel remorse for you or I if we were in her position? She'd be sleeping very well on her, 1,000K thread count sheets, Egyptian cotton, and on that feather pillow. She would feel nothing for you. She would feel nothing for myself. Not a peep. She wouldn't be, going on Jimmy Kimmel or Stephen Colbert or trying to get me out of jail if I did the same crap she did. So why the flying F should I even remotely give 2 flying Fs about anything about her right now? She hates this country, hates the flag, hates the national anthem, kneels for the national anthem, I guess. All this other shit. Says horrible things about this country, whether they're true or not, inconsequential. Okay? So why should I feel any remorse? Where a person would never feel remorse for myself. I know what you're going to say out there for you Bible-thumping friends of mine. Well, it's the good Christian thing to do. Well, maybe so. But in this instance, I have zero remorse. Even though I'm a Christian, I feel no remorse. Maybe I feel a little sad for her, but that's about as much as I'm going to lend myself to feeling any sort of, feeling anything for this situation for her and her family. I know nothing. I have a shriveled up, cold, black heart. And even this Bill Richardson says he predicts Griner will be released in a 2-for-2 prisoner swap. Yeah, that makes sense. Her and another American to be swapped for an arms dealer and possibly someone else even worse to Russia. By the way, why would Russia do this? They have no reason to get this arms dealer back. Why? Why would they? They wouldn't. Think about this also, too. Brittney Griner in a Russian prison is a great propaganda piece for the Russians. Why would they give that up? They don't care about that arms dealer. Case in point, look at what's going on in the Ukraine right now. Russia's winning, sort of. They just dump people out of problem. They don't care about conscripts. They just shove people towards the front and says, keep going that way. And they get wiped out. Okay, send more people. They don't care. Just like the Ukrainians don't care about their own people. They just shove people to the front. The meat grinder. There's many reports coming out of that country right now in Ukraine where some parts of the front are just a meat grinder. Both sides are just getting blasted. So you think that Russia's going to care about a convicted arms dealer in the United States prison and another Russian? Do you really think they want them back? And for what? Holding 2 Americans in Russian prison is a propaganda boom for them. Why? And plus, why would they even negotiate with us? There's no what person, what people, what group in Russia is going and protesting and said we want that Russian arms dealer back with that other chucklehead they're talking about. Why would they? Short answer, they wouldn't. And of course, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, of course. Probably am. Don't matter. But as far as for me to feel remorse in conclusion here, I don't feel remorse. You have to be smart enough to think that the laws in our country do not apply to the rest of the world, or even Canada, even Mexico. I've been to numerous countries throughout the world, and not once did I go, oh, I'm in Thailand, let me throw some gum on the ground and curse out the local mullah or the king of Thailand or whatever and call him a piece of crap. You gotta have to expect to get tossed in the slammer for that, or beaten with a cane. You don't go to Russia with hash oil and expect to leave that country with said hash oil and not get punished for it. You're a dipshit. Brittney Griner's dumb. She may have like a high IQ, but in this instance, she's dumb. How do you go to a different country thinking that the same crap that you can get away with in the United States applies to Russia? There's no social justice in Russia. There's no real freedom in Russia. You're told one narrative, and that's the narrative. You want to challenge it? Go right ahead. You'll be in a cell right next to Brittney Griner. You're dumb if you think that our lives, or our laws, apply to other countries. They don't. They don't play the same rules. They have zero sympathy over there, just like I have zero sympathy. Now, maybe I could see that if she wasn't politically active, didn't pander to the SJWs, didn't pander to Democrats and liberals. Maybe she was just flat out independent, somehow forgot it was in her luggage. Maybe I would feel a slight morsel, a modicum of remorse for her. I don't. She should stay there for 9 years in prison. When you play stupid games, expect stupid prizes. And her stupid prize is 9 years in a Russian jail. I have zero remorse for Brittney Griner.